Okay, now let's start with the lecture 2. We are continuing culture of Pakistan. Nowadays, Pakistani culture can be divided into Pashtun, Punjabi, Sindhi and Balochi culture that we have already studied in class in detail. And all these cultures have different values. Now, what are the characteristics of Pakistani culture? Pakistani culture is predominated by the religious solidarity. While we have already talked about the types of culture, that is why it is the mixed culture, that it is formed by the mixing of various different cultures. Then, how men and women have different role in the society. Pakistani society might be dominated by the men due to their responsibilities, but women are also ensured to get the equal rights in the culture of Pakistan with the specification of their duties. While the people of Pakistan love to socialize in any aspect. Now, the dresses. The national dress of Pakistan is shalwar kameez, as we all know that. And that is the symbol of representation in the international world as well. While many of the cuisines are highlighted, but keep this in mind that all the regions are famous for various cuisines, but there are some of the cuisines that are famous all over the countries. Then the form of architecture. The architecture of Pakistan is dominated by Persian and Turkish architecture. While many of the festivals have been celebrated, the reason behind going fastly is that we have already studied these things in class and this is just the revision. Apart from that, many of the embroideries and the carpet making process is very famous. The sports, Pakistani people love different sports. The important regional sports include kabaddi and malakhra. Then we are the people with livelihood. So we have been celebrating the marriage ceremony at fullest. While there are also the customs for birth and death as well that we have already studied in detail. When we talked about the gender equality, we come to know that Pakistani society is a patriarchal society and there are many problems that are being faced by the women that include the lack of nutrition, lack of good jobs and gender discrimination at many of the places. But if we see the rights of women in Islam, we will come to know that at many points in Quran, it is stated that the good women and men are equal. And if we see the history of Islam, we will come to know that there are some of the women lawmakers found in the history. After that, if we see Pakistan, we will come to know that there are certain women that are highlighted internationally for their work for Pakistan, including Begum Rana Liaquat Ali Khan, Begum Shaista Ikramullah and Fatma Jinnah. These three ladies have participated in the movement of Pakistan independence. In 2002, the number of National Assembly seats were increased to 33% and they were reserved seats for women. Apart from that, many of the professions are being carried out by women bravely and they have been supporting Pakistan by working hard in their field. This is all about the culture of Pakistan. That was a revision lecture.